God completely changed the business that I had spent years building, and then he went silent. A little over a year ago, I watched the business that I had spent years building begin to change right in front of me. The direction I had always known wasn't really working anymore, and at the time, it honestly felt like everything was falling apart. Looking back now, hindsight is 2020. I can see God in every single part of it. He wasn't abandoning my business, he was actually pruning it. But more than that, he was completely changing my heart. For years, I thought God had called me to build a successful company. What I didn't realize was that he was using my business to prepare me for something much bigger. He began showing me that business ownership wasn't just what I could build. It was about how he wanted to use the business to actually shape me, to teach me stewardship and obedience, to remind me that success isn't measured the same way in God's kingdom as it is in today's world. As God continued working in my heart, I knew that he was calling me to encourage other business owners not to spend years chasing the things that I had been chasing, to stop believing that success was measured by revenue, growth, or recognition, and instead to surrender every part of their business to him and to lead from a place of stewardship and obedience. So I finally said, okay, God, I'll do it. And then he got really quiet. There was no new blueprint. There was no detailed roadmap, no daily instructions telling me what was next. And if I'm honest, I honestly started wondering, did I miss what he was telling me? Was I supposed to be doing something else? And then I came across Hebrews 11:8. It says, by faith, Abraham obeyed and went, not knowing where he was going. And that's when something clicked inside of me. I realized that throughout Scripture, God almost never works in the order that we expect. We want it to look like this. God calls us to something, immediate fulfillment. But over and over, Scripture shows us a different pattern. God's calling, then obedience, silence, and then fulfillment. Think about it. Abraham, Joseph, Moses, David, even the disciples. God gave them a calling, they obeyed. Then came the season of waiting, where they just had to trust him without knowing the whole plan. And only then came the fulfillment. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes we make as Christian business owners. We keep asking God for step 10 when he's asking us to faithfully walk out step 2. God's silence doesn't mean that he's left you. It means that he's preparing you to carry a calling he already placed on your life. So if you're waiting for God to tell you what's next, ask yourself instead, am I faithfully walking in the last thing that he asked me to do?